Welcome to day 3, I think it's day 3 of Vlog Every Day, August 2017. And I have to do a few things today, so I think I'm going to record in a couple different places and stitch it all together with magic and see how that goes. So I have to take my son to work in a few minutes if he comes downstairs. And I sold something on eBay last night. I'm trying to get into selling stuff on eBay, so I sold something on eBay last night, so I'm going to ship that at some point. I don't know if I'm just going to package it up today and then mail it tomorrow, but we'll see how that goes. See you in a bit. So again, I just got back from dropping the boys off at work. And this is what I sold on eBay. It's a Hess truck. If you're not from the U.S., I don't know if they sell these in other countries. Maybe they do, I don't know. But once a year, they sell Hess trucks around Christmas time. And I have a few of them. None of them that are really worth a lot of money, and none of them in their boxes, but I'm getting rid of a few of them. I'm keeping the one that's my favorite, which maybe I'll show you sometime. I love trucks and trains and planes and boats, ships, whatever you want to say. I like them in real life and I like them in miniature, so. Anyway, I didn't answer the thing yesterday that was about what app do you look at first thing in the morning? I have a few apps, but I don't have one that I look at in particular first thing. I do like to check Instagram because I like pictures. I'm very visual. I like to write too, but I like seeing how people represent what it is they've been doing lately. I think it's an interesting narrative of what's going on. So as for today, it said on the SSSVEDA questions, something interesting about the city you live in. Well, I don't live in a city, but I live near a city. I would say around 30 or 40 miles from, I don't know, I could be closer than that. I'm not good with distances, but I live near Philadelphia in Pennsylvania, and I love Philadelphia. I don't always love being down there. It's not an easy city to drive in or to take transportation in. That's another story though. That is a story for another time. I will tell you, out of all the cities, now see, I'm going off on a tangent now. Out of all the cities that I have taken public transportation in Pennsylvania, or not in Pennsylvania, in the U.S., which includes New York, Chicago, Philadelphia, and Washington, D.C., by far, the best public transportation out of all those cities is in Washington, D.C. Now, I guess they have to have it that way because you're going to have more visitors there probably than any of the other cities. Well, maybe not as much as New York. I don't know. I don't know what the numbers are. Anyway, like I said, that's a tangent for another time. But something interesting about my city is that it had one of my favorite people in history lived there. His name was Benjamin Franklin. He was born in Boston, Massachusetts, and he moved to Philadelphia, and that is a long, interesting story too, because he was kind of like, he ran away from his brother basically, because back then you usually were apprenticed to somebody, and it was kind of like they owned you. Like you didn't get paid. The person whose business it was, they fed you, they clothed you, they housed you, and you had to do it. You had to do it for a certain number of years before you could go off on your own. No, Ben Franklin's like, I'm getting out of here. Forget this. So he ran away. I could tell you lots of stories about Ben Franklin, but he was pretty awesome. One of the things I love is that when he became ambassador to France, he decided, okay, look, these are all socialite people over here in Europe. Like everybody's from big families, like everybody's royal or they have some kind of peerage or something. Well, all I got is America and what people think about America. So, what do people think when they think of America? Okay, I'm going to put on a coonskin hat. He wore a hat made out of a raccoon, okay? To all of the diplomatic stuff over there. He's like, listen, you just got to embrace it. You got to embrace it. That's what's going to make me interesting. That's what's going to make me that's how I'm going to get the invites to all the in stuff. I don't have all the fancy pedigree type stuff, so this is what's going to get me. This is what's going to get me in. Anyway, if you want to read about somebody interesting, that is someone to read about, is Ben Franklin, because everybody always thinks about his experiments with electricity, or they say that he invented or discovered electricity. That is, I don't want to say a myth, but it's not exactly what happened. And he's so much more interesting than anything that has to do with electricity. Now, he did drive his wife crazy with his electrical experiments. He even had like this thing. See, I'm just gonna keep talking about him. I gotta stop. But he did he had some pretty crazy experiments set up in his house. If you can imagine where things would happen if lightning happened to strike nearby. Imagine having that as a husband. Imagine having to deal with that kind of craziness. So he was interesting. So that's something interesting about Philadelphia, which is a city near me. So I'm going to go. I have to pick up my other son. He's down at his girlfriend's house. I think I might be going out to eat, probably at a sandwich place. And I don't know if I'm going to do any recording there, but maybe I will. Who knows? We'll see what happens. And I'll talk to you soon. Hey, I'm out on my back porch. Before I go pick up my middle son, I gotta have to let my dog out, so I'm sitting back here waiting for him to do his thing. And it smells like somebody's barbecuing hot dogs or something. It smells really good. I don't know what I was gonna say. I wish I was having hot dogs, maybe. I haven't eaten anything. I do this thing. Tell me, do you do this? I eat breakfast, and then I don't eat anything until dinner. It's like I totally forget that I'm supposed to eat something. Occasionally I'll eat a couple crackers or something, but most of the time I just have my cereal in the morning, and then that's it. Drink some water, drink some iced tea. Have 1 cup of coffee a day. This is more than you want to know. This is way more than you want to know. Let's see. You want to see the dog rumbling around in my yard? Not rumbling, but I guess you can see him. Oh, he's eating grass. Yes, he's eating grass. My vet says dogs eat grass because they're curious. My vet's a nice guy, but he's more of a cat person. I have to tell you that every time my dog eats grass, he ends up throwing it up. So I think the old wives' tale that dogs eat grass to soothe their tummy is real. Just my experience. But that's what I think. Oh, somebody left a glass out here and it's full of water. We don't want no skeeters. Don't want no skeeters breeding back here. Look at that. Look at that dog. What's he looking for? Eh, he disappeared behind the tree. Here he comes. Hey, so I'm at the restaurant and we're gonna have black bean soup and a sandwich. Let's see what the soup looks like. You get to see how shaky my hands are. Oh, it looks pretty good. So I'm having I don't remember what kind of sandwich I ordered, but it'll be good. See you in a bit. It's getting to be the end of the day. It's not night yet, but I am so tired. I did way too much stuff today, so I think in about an hour, I guess I'll probably sit down and edit this stuff and put it together. So I hope everybody's having a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.